Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash of the Garage, where badge hype gets tossed in the glove box, spec sheet worship gets left at the dealership, and what we're left with is raw, unfiltered, seat of the pants driving truth. If you're new here, welcome to the channel that calls it like it drives. No fluff, no bias, just the kind of car reviews that matter when your hands on the wheel, not a spreadsheet. Exterior. Today, we're diving deep into a nameplate that's been carrying suburban America, family road trips, and weekend warrior gear since 2003, and the 2026 Honda Pilot. Honda has always leaned into reliability, usability, and a quiet confidence in its design language. But does the new Pilot still have that magic? Or is it just another three-row SUV getting lost in the crowd? Let's start where first impressions are made. The front end. The 2026 Pilot now wears a broader, more squared-off face. Honda's leaning into a bolder aesthetic, and this nose screams purpose. Gone are the soft curves of past generations. Instead, you're greeted with a flatter hood, more upright grille, and DRLs that slice through the headlight cluster like a samurai blade. The large black grille matte on lower trims, gloss black on the Elite and TrailSport gives the Pilot some welcome attitude. It no longer looks like a minivan in disguise. Now it looks like it could pull up behind you and make you move over. And don't sleep on the new skid plate design, so they're not just for show on the TrailSport model. There's actual underbody protection there for mild off-roading. It's a statement. This Pilot wants to get dirty. From the side, proportions have been massaged into something more athletic. A slightly longer wheelbase and tighter overhang stretch the silhouette without making the Pilot look bloated. Clean shoulder lines run from nose to tail, tying in with slightly flared fenders that frame up to 20-inch wheels depending on trim. Honda's really cleaned up the side profile. No over-styled creases or chrome overload here. Just functional, tight bodywork with subtle character lines. And for 2026, Honda has thrown in more contrast paint options and blacked-out trim choices if you want that stealthy look. The roof rails are functional and standard on most trims, making it clear this SUV is meant to do more than drop kids off at school. Around back, the design keeps the new tough love theme alive. The taillights are now LED and feature a more angular, wraparound design. The liftgate has been squared off, giving better access to the cargo area, and the rear bumper integrates reflectors and optional dual chrome exhaust outlets for a more premium finish. The Pilot name is stamped boldly across the tailgate. It's proud of its identity, and honestly, it should be. There's an available hands-free power tailgate on the higher trims, and it works smoothly, unlike some rivals that demand awkward foot waggles. Interior. Step inside, and the 2026 Pilot reminds you why Honda interiors get so much love. It's minimal without being plain, functional without being cold. The dashboard has a clean horizontal layout with physical knobs where you want AMA, volume and climate out, because Honda knows some things should stay analog. Front and center is a 7-inch digital gauge cluster on lower trims, or a 10.2-inch fully digital display on the Elite. The central touchscreen is either a 7-inch or 9-inch unit depending on trim, with the Elite trim now featuring a gorgeous 12.3-inch infotainment system that finally feels premium. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, and thank you, Honda, for giving us a real volume knob. Material quality is solid throughout. Soft touch dash, contrast stitching, and even real leather on the Touring and Elite trims. There's a new Tri-Zone climate control system, a panoramic sunroof on the top trims, and even heated and ventilated seats front and rear, depending on spec. The TrailSport gets washable synthetic leather, rugged mats, and orange contrast stitching that adds a splash of personality. Second-row passengers get generous legroom and a choice between captain's chairs or a 3-seat bench. The third row, as expected, is best for kids or shorter adults, but Honda has made access easier with the One Touch slide function. The floor is relatively low, which helps with comfort back there. Cargo space is generous. You get over 22 cubic feet behind the third row, around 60 with the second row down, and nearly 114 cubic feet with all rows folded. It's legitimately useful for weekend hauls, Costco runs, or that long-awaited family camping trip. Now let's talk about what's performance under the hood. Every 2026 Honda Pilot comes with the same 3.5-liter V6 engine, putting out 285 horsepower and 262 pounds-feet of torque. It's naturally aspirated, and while that might seem old school in a world filled with turbo everything, there's something satisfying about the linear power delivery of this engine. The 10-speed automatic transmission is smooth, quick to shift, and stays out of your way when cruising. All-wheel drive is optional on most trims and standard on the TrailSport and Elite. Front-wheel drive versions still exist for the efficiency-minded. Driving the Pilot feels composed. It's not trying to be sport yet, it's confident, quiet, and controlled. Honda's tuning here leans into ride comfort, and it pays off. The steering is light but precise, and the suspension soaks up bumps with grace. The TrailSport gets a slightly lifted suspension, all-terrain tires, and tuned dampers, giving it legit light off-road capabilities. Don't expect rock-crawling magic, but in forest roads, muddy paths, and snow-covered driveways, absolutely doable. Fuel economy is respectable for a V6-powered 3-row SUV. Expect around 19 mpg city and 27 mpg highway with front-wheel drive, and slightly less with AWD. Towing capacity maxes out at 5,000 pounds when properly equipped, which is enough for a small trailer, boat, or a couple of dirt bikes without trauma. Honda's suite of safety features, branded as Honda Sensing, is standard across the board. That means you get adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, collision mitigation braking, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and even traffic sign recognition. It's a solid suite, and it works intuitively without being intrusive. As for pricing, the 2026 Pilot starts at around $41,000 for the base sport trim. The XL comes in around $44,000, while the TrailSport lands closer to $48,000 with all its off-road goodies. The touring bumps sit to the $50,000 range, and the fully loaded Elite will push past $54,000. Pricey? Sure, but you're getting a lot of SUV, a lot of reliability, and a whole lot of everyday usability baked in. And when you compare it to rivals like the Toyota Highlander, Ford Explorer, or even the Toyota Telluride, the Pilot more than holds its own. So here's the bottom line. The 2026 Honda Pilot isn't flashy. It doesn't try to be something it's not. It's not pretending to be a luxury SUV in disguise or a rock-crawling overlander. Instead, it's a supremely competent, well-rounded, no-nonsense family hauler that does its job better than most. It's more rugged than before, smarter inside, and still rides with that classic Honda smoothness. It's the kind of SUV you buy with your brain, but your heart won't hate you for it. Thanks for watching Car Flasha, where the rubber meets the road and the hype gets left in the dust. If you found this review helpful, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and let us know in the comments. Is the 2026 Pilot the ultimate modern family SUV, or would you steer towards something else? Until next time, keep driving smart and stay flash.